My beloved child, come inside and lock the doors behind you. Close out the noise of the world. Step away from the endless rush of demands and find a place of absolute stillness. What I am about to share with you in this quiet space is a sacred secret, a truth so profound and intimate that it must not leave this room. It is not a secret meant to exclude others out of coldness, but a divine mystery meant to be deeply rooted within your soul before it ever manifests in your outer life. It is an invitation into a deeper dimension of trust, a hidden sanctuary where your faith meets my voice without any distractions. As it is written, "But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." Matthew 6:6. Look around your life, my child. You have spent so much time with your heart's doors wide open to every voice, every criticism, every shifting opinion of the world. You have allowed the heavy expectations of others to trample through the sacred spaces of your mind, leaving you exhausted, fractured, and full of doubt. But tonight, I am asking you to shut those doors. Lock out the whispers that tell you that you are not enough, that your past defines you, or that your current struggles are the final chapter of your story. The secret of my presence is found only when you are willing to silence the crowd. Within this enclosed room, you are not performing. You are not trying to prove your worth. You are simply my child, fully known, unconditionally loved, and completely safe. There is a weariness you have carried for months, a silent erosion of your spirit that you hide behind forced smiles and busy routines. You think that if you stop running, everything will fall apart. But the secret I want to whisper to your soul is this: your strength does not come from your endless striving, but from your willingness to surrender. When you lock the door and sit in my presence, you are releasing the illusion of control. You are acknowledging that your destiny is not held by your own fragile hands, but is secure in mine. Remember the story of Elisha and the widow who was facing financial ruin. The prophet did not tell her to parade her lack in public. Instead, he said, "Go around and ask all your neighbors for empty jars. Then go inside, shut the door behind you and your sons, and pour oil into all those jars." 2 Kings 4:3-4. Notice the pattern of heaven, my child. The miracle of multiplication, the deep work of restoration, happened only after the door was shut. It was in the hiddenness of that room, away from the mocking eyes of creditors and the skeptical whispers of neighbors, that my provision began to flow. The oil kept pouring until every single jar was full. This is the secret that must not leave this room. Your breakthrough is being cultivated in your moments of hidden obedience. The days when you choose to pray instead of panic, the nights you choose to worship instead of weep, these are the quiet spaces where I am restructuring your life. What appears silent and invisible to the world right now is being nurtured in a divine process that your human eyes cannot yet perceive. You often assume that when I am quiet, I am absent. You look at the delays in your life, the prayers that seem to echo back from an empty ceiling, and you conclude that you have been forgotten. But with me, delay is never abandonment. It is preparation. If a seed is pulled out into the harsh sunlight before its roots are deep, it will wither and die. In the same way, if I were to grant you everything you ask for before your character is ready to carry it, the blessing would become a burden. I love you too much to give you a harvest before your roots can sustain it. The Lord is your keeper. Psalm 121:5. And in that keeping, I preserve you in the dark soil of waiting, building a foundation within you that no future storm will ever be able to shake. Therefore, do not look at this quiet season as a loss of time. It is an appointed sanctuary. I am weaving goodness out of the very complications you do not understand. Think of Joseph in the deepest dungeon of Egypt. Every dream he had ever received seemed buried beneath layers of injustice and silence. Yet, in that confined space, away from the world's notice, I was transforming a young boy into a ruler of nations. What his enemies intended for harm, I was quietly turning into an eternal good. Genesis 50-20. So it is with you. The boundaries currently surrounding you are not a prison. They are a womb. You are being reshaped, refined, and prepared for a purpose that is far grander than your present understanding can hold. Let your heart rest deeply in this awareness. When you leave this room, you do not need to explain your process to anyone. You do not need to argue your case or try to convince the world of your value. Let the world see the fruit of your hidden hours, but keep the sanctuary sacred. The peace that will radiate from your face, the steadiness in your voice during chaos, the unshakable joy in your spirit, these will be the quiet testimonies of what happened behind closed doors. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1-5. Walk forward with gentle courage, knowing that I am the one who goes before you, walks beside you, and stays with you through every single step.